Welcome you students. In this video class, we shall know about the another topic from the second unit, projection of straight line. Okay. So first of all, know about the straight line. Straight line. What do you mean by straight line? Straight line actually it is defined as shortest distance between 2 points. Shortest distance between 2 points. That means, for example, I am taking 2 points, okay, which is A and B. If I take a shortest route to reach the B from A, that's known as a straight line. So what we do? This is how we will join to take the shortest route, right? The outcome will be the straight line. And as far as the straight line concerned, it has only one dimension, that is length. So this is the line, okay? So it has two ends. I have taken the 2 points as A and B, okay? So as far as the line is concerned, it is a one dimension object since it has only length. There is no width or there is no height. What about the point? It's a dimension less object, right? So now we are dealing with one dimension object. One dimension object we are going to deal with. And whenever we are having the projection, what we do is we always used to keep in the first quadrant, okay? And as far as the position concerned, there are 6 possible positions are there, okay? 6 possible position. So first one I can say line parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. Second condition or second position in a space, line parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. Third one, line parallel to both HP and VP. HP and VP. And fourth one, line inclined to HP, okay, and parallel to VP. Fifth one, line inclined to VP and parallel to HP. The last one, last position is line inclined to HP and VP, inclined to both the planes, right? So these are the possible 6 positions are there when you are keeping in the first quadrant, right? So first we can go with the first position. Position number 1. Line parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. So first condition, first position. So we are going to keep on the first quadrant. So this is how the quadrant will be when you talk about the quadrants. The first one, it looks like this, right? This is the first quadrant. So this will be VP and this will be HP, horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here we are going to keep the object line, okay, in different position. So I want to make you remember the projection. If you are having the front view, so this is how we look for the front view, right? So here will be the observer. What happens where the projection will falls is front view in the sense it falls on the VP plane. So here it captures the front view. What about the top? We look as this manner, right? Where it falls, the top view projection in the HP plane, it falls, right? So when you are taking to the 2D drawing, what happens? The portion which separate the plane separated by the line which is called as XY. So that in short we take above the XY line as VP and below the XY line as HP, right? When we rotate to 90 degree, this is what happens. Okay, so above reference line, front view will be captured. It is a notable. Now you have to remember always, above the reference line we capture the front view and below the reference line we capture the top view. This is a notable one. Okay, fine. So now as far as this first condition concerned, I am going to place the object. So here you have to consider the ground as a horizontal plane and this vertical board as a what? VP, vertical plane. So if it is the condition line inclined to HP, horizontal plane, it is the horizontal plane. So I can place like this since it is a horizontal. And what about the condition perpendicular to VP? So perpendicular, see whether it is making perpendicular, this line is making perpendicular to VP. No, right? So exact position for this is like this. Now see, it is making parallel to ground, HP parallel to HP, and which is making 90 degree to vertical plane. So this is the exact position. Okay, so if it is the position, this view is your front view, camera view is the front view, and this is the top view. Okay, as far as this is concerned, this is the front view and this is the top view. So if you look from the front, what you can obtain? What you can obtain? Just simply like a dot. Am I right? You can just see a dot. And if you look from the top, you could able to see the true length, exact length of the object, right? So from the top view, it is a straight line, true length, and in the front view, you can see the dot. Okay. Always, when you are working with the projection, you have to start with the view which shows the true length. Okay. Remember it. Always, you have to start with the view which shows the true length, right? So as far as the position concerned, I can take this as reference line XY, and this is VP, and this is HP, right? So in the top view, we can able to see the true length of the object. Okay, in the top view, we can see the true length. So I'm going to take the line AB as a measurement 40 mm. Okay, I'm going to take the length measure as a 40 mm. So if you are looking from the top, this projection will be something like this. Okay, the straight line will be viewed. Okay, so in the top view, below the reference line, I'm going to capture the straight line. Okay, I'm going to take the straight line with the measurement, how much? 40 mm. The measurement 40 mm. So if it is A end and if it is B end, from the top view, you could see the A end here, and the B end will be somewhere here. Okay. So now we have started with the true length. Okay, that we have captured with the 40, and in the front view it is a dot, right? So in order to capture on the plane, what you have to do is from the top view, from the true length, you have to take a projector, something like this. And on the plane of VP, you can keep the dot. Okay. So listen, this is the important part. I have taken this as A and this as B. And when you are giving the notation, which end is visible to you? The B end is visible, A end is invisible, right? So from this view, front view, B end is visible, A end is invisible. So take the B end like this. Since it is a front view, you have to make a dash, and since the A end is just something behind the B, you have to capture inside the bracket like this. Okay. So same way, from if you have any doubt, in order to mark the notations, you have to look the object from here to mark the front view. Okay. So if you look from here, this is the observer position which I have shown here. The same location is here in the diagram, right? So if you look, the B is visible and A is invisible. I have taken the B is a visible one and A is a invisible, so that I have taken inside the bracket. Okay. So just go to the second condition or second position. Line parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. Okay. The same, you have to consider the ground as a horizontal plane and this board as a vertical plane. So if it is the things, how we have to place the object, how I have to place my line parallel to VP. So if it is parallel, I can keep like this. Am I right? Now it is making parallel, and which is perpendicular to HP. See, this is a horizontal plane. Whether it is making perpendicular? No, it's a horizontal, right? So what is possible position? If you keep something like this, it is making 90 degree perpendicular to horizontal plane, as well it is making parallel with what? VP, right? So this is the exact position. If it is the position, the observer is here, right? So the camera view is your front view and this is the top view. So if you are looking from the front view, I can say you can see the straight line, true length of the object. And if you are looking from the top, you can see the line as a dot, right? So from where we have to start our work in the projection? The view which shows the what? The true length, right? So here in the front view we can see the true length. So we have to start with the front view. So first take the reference line XY, something like this, and above the reference VP and below the reference line is HP. So front view capture the true length. So in the front view above the reference line, how to take a straight line with the measurement 40. Okay, with the measurement 40, how to take a straight line, the front view, right? So this end will be A and this end will be B. So I can take this as A dash since it is a front view projection. So this is the B dash. Okay. Now in the top view it's a dot. How will you mark it? S, by taking the projector to the next plane. Just have a very thin line. Just have a very thin line, something like this. And in the HP plane, you can make a dot. And now we have to make the visible points, right? Visible and invisible point. So from the top view, if you look it, this is A and this is B. Which point is visible to you? A point is visible, B is just lying behind. So something like this you can look for the top view. So I can say A is a visible and what about B? It's a invisible. So that we have to make a bracket and write it inside as B. Okay, fine. Now the second position is over. Move to the third one. Line parallel to HP and VP. Line parallel to HP and VP. If I take here, I can write line parallel to HP and VP, parallel to both the planes, right? So if it is a condition, how I have to place the position of line on the space? Consider this is a horizontal plane, this is a vertical plane. How I have to place it? If it is parallel, I can keep like this. Am I right? Parallel to HP in the sense, I can keep like this. And think about the VP plane, how the line is placed. It is perpendicular. So what is the right position? If you keep like this, I can say it is making parallel with the horizontal plane and it is making parallel with the vertical plane. So this is the HZ position. So if it is the case, what about the front view and top view? See what happens. In the front view we can see the straight line, the true length of the object. What about the top view? There as well we could able to see the true length. Okay, so here in the third position, the advantage is both the views are showing the true length. So no worries, either you can start from the front view or else you can start from the top view. Okay, so this is X and Y, here it is VP and here it is HP. I going with the front view, so the line is with 40 mm. So in the front view I just having the horizontal line which I have observed in the front view. I am going to draw it, okay, with the 40 mm, and I have taken this end as A and this end as B. So this is the projection A dash and B dash. How will you mark the top view? From the both ends how to drop the projectile lines. Okay, if you draw a very good horizontal line between the projectors, you could able to trace the top view. Fine. So this end is A and this end is B. In the views, when you are looking from the top, A as well, B are visible. So there is no confusion. We don't want to make anything inside the bracket, right? So A as well, B is a visible one, right? Fine. Then move to the fourth position. Okay, just move to the fourth position. Fourth position is line inclined to HP and parallel to VP. Okay, this is the position. How we have to place the object in this space. The same, this is a horizontal plane, this is the vertical, this vertical plane is a board. So it is inclined to HP. So if I keep like this, what is happening with the horizontal plane? It is making inclination. If I keep like this now, it is a parallel. If I keep like this, what is happening? It is making some inclination with HP plane. So this is the position. And see, look at the vertical plane, whether it is right. Yes, it is making parallel, right? So this is the position for the this condition 4, right? So if it is the position, what about the front view and what about the top view? Front view, you can see the line which is an inclined line with the true length, right? So what about the top view? What about the top view? When you are looking the object 90 degree to it, definitely you could able to see the straight line from the top, but since it is inclined, definitely the line will be what? Compressed. Line will be shorter than the original. Okay, so you cannot get the true length from the top view. You can see the straight line, but the line will be what? Shorter in size. So in the front view, you can see the true length of the object, and in the top view, we cannot. So always the projection, we start with the view which show the what? True length, right? So here in the position, you have to take the projection from the front view, right? Take reference line HY, above it is VP and HP. The same, the line is with the 40 mm. Okay, so in the front view, since it is inclined, what I am going to do is, now to capture it, just go for a line, locus line. Okay, and afterwards, just keep your protractor something like this. The front view, you can see the true length, but it is inclined. So take the protractor and measure. I am going to take the inclination of HP 30 degree. I just going to take a assumption. It is with 30 degree. If it is with 30 degree, what do you have to do? Keep your protractor and read 30 degree and go for a line with 40 mm, right? So if I take this end as A and this end as B, here in the drawing, this will be A dash and this will be B dash. So what about the top view? The compressed line will be viewed, right? So we don't want any measurements. If you drop a line from each end with thin lines, 90 degree to the reference line, if you take a line and if you draw a horizontal line between the projectors, you get the top view line. Fine. And this would be the end A in the top view and this would be the end A, B in the top view. Okay. Next, move to the fifth condition. Line inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Line is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Be ready with reference line and VP plane and HP plane. So this ground is a horizontal plane and this board is a vertical plane. For this, what is the position? Which is the right position? Inclined to VP, right? So this is the VP. If I keep like this, we shall say this is a parallel. So if it is inclined, what is the position? Just tilt like this. Now see, it is making some inclination with VP. And think about the position of line with respect to horizontal plane. How it is? Just making parallel, right? So this is the exact position for the fifth position. So if it is the case, what about the front view and top view? Where we can see the true length. If you look from the top, you could able to see the true length. Am I right? True length of the line. And what about the front view? The line will be a compressed. You cannot view the true shape or true size of the object. Right? Okay, fine. So in the top view, we can see the true length of the line, true inclination of the line. So what we can do is start with the top view. So for that, take the locus line and here as well I am going to take the inclination, inclined to VP. That means I am going to take the pi as 30 degree. I am just going to assume. If it is inclined with 30 degree, so take the locus and keep your protractor like this and read 30 degree and go for a line 40 degree. Okay. And this is the end A and this is the end B. If it is the case in the projection, this would be your A, this is a top view and this is the another end in the top view. How will you capture the front view? Yes, by simply taking the projector thin line, perpendicular line to the HA reference line, just having like this. And if you draw a horizontal line between the projectors, it will trace the line called the front view. So this end is A and this is the B end. Since it is a front view, take B dash and A dash. Okay. So this is the top view and this is the front view for this condition. And if you look all the 5 positions, you can get the observation. Note, that means always the true length where it actually viewed, the true length where it actually viewed, when the line is parallel to any of the reference plane, it shows the particular same plane shows the order, the true length of the object, right? So here if you see, the line is parallel to VP. See, in the VP plane you could able to see the true length. See, here the line is parallel to HP. See, in the HP plane you could able to see the true length. From that only we got the projection. Same like if you check with the position 1, 2 and 3, the things will be the same. Fine. Note the point, when the line is parallel to any of the reference plane, then the plane, then that plane, the same plane, that plane shows the true length. Okay, so if you want to get the true length, definitely the line should be parallel to any of the plane. Fine. So move to the sixth one. Line inclined to HP and to VP, inclined to both the planes. Line inclined to both the planes. Sixth position. And to VP. See, this board is a vertical plane and this ground is a horizontal plane. And if it is the case for the position of sixth, I can say, if I keep like this, what it is making? It is making inclination with the HP, and see, with the VP it is parallel. As well it is making inclination with VP, right? So if I tilt like this, what is happening? It is making inclination with the HP, at the same time it is making inclination with the VP. Can you able to see? Making inclination with the HP and making inclination with the VP, right? So if it is the condition, this is your front view and this is your top view. Remember, always in order to get the trace or in order to get the projection, always we need the true length. It is inclined to both HP and VP. Whether it is possible to get the true length from the front view, or whether it is possible to get the true length from the top view. Try to imagine, is it possible? No. From the last 5 position we observed, always the true length is visible when the line is parallel to any of the planes, right? When it is parallel to any of the planes. But here, whether it is making parallel with any of the plane? No. Always it is making inclined to HP and inclined to VP. So evidently we can say nowhere we can observe the what? True length of the line. Okay, nowhere. In the front view as well, in the top view, it is not possible to view the true length. So what we are going to do is, we are making a method called rotating line method. Rotating line method, right? So here we will be going with 2 assumptions. So that means we have 2 inclination, HP as well VP, right? So 2 assumption is something like this. HP inclination is there, HP, and VP inclination is there, first and second. So first what we do is, we consider the HP inclination theta, At that time, we keep the vertical plane inclination as 0. And second, we consider VP inclination pi. At that time, we keep the horizontal plane as 0. That means, first of all, we will take the observation with the line inclined to HP and parallel to VP, something like this, and we will get the front view and top view projection. And afterwards, in the separate manner, we will take the VP inclination and something like this, the line parallel to VP. We will position like this and we will get the trace in the top view and front view. And from that, by rotating the line, we achieve the things, right? So I will show you the nomenclature which involved in the profile of the line inclined to HP and VP. Okay, so that in the upcoming videos I will be posting you the problem. There it will be easy to understand the things. So in the profile there will be a reference line XY. This is a VP and this will be HP. Since it is a line, we will be having 4 locus. Okay, so we will get the front view observation as well the top view observation. In the front view, we will get the 2 ends. In the top view, we get the 2 ends, right, in the line. So we need 4 locus in order to place the lines. So approximately the locus will be as this manner. So this would be the locus of A dash, and this would be the locus of B dash, and this would be the locus of A, and this would be the locus of B, right? So first I am implementing the first condition. I am considering the theta, right? If I consider it, so I am going to draw a line from the locus of A dash to B dash, something like this. So this is the case 1, right? So this is the case 1. I have considered the theta like this. I have taken the front view, and this is the A dash and this is the B1 dash. I am going to take this as B1 dash. Since it is a preliminary one, I am going to take this as B1 dash. And for this, it is easy. By getting the projector, we used to get the things, right? If you take the projector like this, we get the end B, we get the end A end in the top view, and here we used to get the B1, and this is the top view length. For this line, the top view projection between A and B1, this we call here as top view length. Okay, and what about the next step? We consider the second one. That means we consider the pi inclination, right? So that means I am going to change the position like this. So I am going to consider the pi inclination. So from the top view, we could see the true line. So the line will be, so here I have the one end. So line approximately we get like this. The locus of A2, the locus of B, there will be a line. Okay. And this would be the end B2. Since it is a true length, I am going to take this as B2. This is not a final one, right? So if it is the case, in the front view, we can see the straight line. Am I right? We can see the straight line. How will you capture it? By taking the projector. So take this projector to the locus of A. At that time, it forms B2, and the horizontal line, which is the front view for this line. So here we will be calling as front view length, right? And then see, separate manner I have taken the theta and I have taken the top view. In the separate manner, I have taken the pi and I have taken the front view length. So now, as far as this rotating line method, what we are going to do is, we have taken the observation at first like this, right? And in the second step, I have taken the observation like this. So from the first position, I am going to change the position of the top view, something like this. I am going to rotate it to the position of the final one. The same manner from the VP, second stage, I am going to rotate it something like this in order to achieve the final position. That means here it is easy with your compass. What you do is, this is a top view length. If you want to take the final top view, what we do is, you will measure A to B1 and just placing A as center, you will have the arc to the locus of B. Since we are going to find the B end, we just do the arc like this. Okay. At that time, here you will be having the point B, right? So that will be your final top view. Okay. And if you take the compass and if you measure the front view length, okay, A dash to B2 dash, you are going to find the final front view. So you are measuring front view length A dash to B2 dash and keep A as center, go for an arc. So you will get the arc like this. Okay, and it reaches the locus of B dash. There you will find the spot of B dash. If you connect B dash to A dash, this would be the dark line. That means final front view. Okay, final front view. And if you do the observation B dash to B1, if you connect a line, it will be a perpendicular line to the XY. Okay, this we call it as the projector line, and the distance between the projector A dash to A and B dash to B, we call it as end projector. This distance we call it as end projector. When you are having your profile, always these end projector lines will be 90 degree to XY. And if you see the lines A dash to B1 dash, we call it as true length, as well here in the top view, A to B to A and B2, the line which is connected, we call it as true length in the top view. And the final front view makes inclination, which we call as alpha, or else we call it as apparent angle of the final front view. So here the final top view makes an inclination, we call it as beta, which is apparent inclination in the top view. So theta is nothing but true inclination in front view, and pi is a true inclination in top view. Okay, and alpha is concerned apparent angle in front view, and beta concern apparent angle in top view. Okay, and this line A dash to B2, we call it as front view length. A dash to B2, we call it as and A to B1, we call it as top view length. This is a front view length. Okay, this is a top view length, and the line A dash to B dash is a final front view, and A to B is a final top view. Okay, and in the coming videos I will be coming with the problems based on the projection of straight line, especially on the line inclined to both the planes HP and VP. Thank you so much.